What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we battled a whole lot more trainers in Small Court, getting a whole bunch of experience for our team. Naz is now up to level 56, Arthur and Shelob up to level 54. Everybody is slowly approaching that median level that the endgame is now expecting us to be at. So we got a lot of work to do still, but we're going to start this episode by heading off towards Route 5. And as we head out here, and also you notice that it says a Pokemon outbreak. We'll talk about those at a later time. For now, we're going to ignore them. Let's talk to Charon. Strength and strength alone is what matters in this world. So I believed until I met Alder here. But winning in Pokemon battles isn't all there is to life. Once I learned that lesson, my eyes were open to many different things. We all have our own brand of strength, people and Pokemon both. The strength to make our dreams a reality, the strength to protect what we hold most dear. Why do I think this way now? It's thanks to you, Levi, and Bianca, and Alder. If only N could see this too, someday. I'm going to take a long, hard look at myself on Victory Road. I'm going to think about what I can do and who I can become. Visit me sometime if you want. We'll have a battle like the old times. Well, Charon, I will definitely take you up on that offer because we are actually headed somewhat in that direction. But before we do that, we have a Driftvale City to get to, and more importantly, we need to head off to the Driftvale Market, because there's actually a new vendor there that's opened up to us that we can buy some stuff from, and some really good stuff at that. So I'll see you all there in just a moment. Oh man, and it's raining here too. I wasn't expecting that. That's actually a pretty rare occurrence. It does happen, but it's not a super common thing to have happen here in Driftvale. So let's head on into the market really quickly, and there is a new, well, first of all, there's this guy here. Used to be part of Team Plasma, I have various kinds of incense. Welcome, may I help you? Okay, so this is the new vendor here. He sells, well, incenses. Now let's talk about what each of these do. You have a few incenses that actually boost different types of, types. So you got Psychic, Water, Grass, more water for some reason. I've never understood why we have Wave and Sea incense. They basically do the exact same thing. And then Rock incense, which are all, again, they're there for boosting certain moves. So this could be good for Crush. We could also give him the Wave incense. Rose incense would be good for Arthur. Odd incense would be good for Naz. These are pretty nice to have. However, these are not the ones I'm interested in because we already have items that occupy the same space. This is if you don't get things like the Hard Stone or the Mystic Water or the Miracle Seed or the, what is this one? Twisted Spoon, I think. Stuff like that. Odd Incense actually might be one of the most useful because Twisted Spoons are usually only gotten off of certain Pokemon and otherwise are very, very rare. Now, let's talk about the rest of these. Pure Incense, an item to be held by a Pokemon. It helps keep wild Pokemon away if the holder is the first one in the party. Now, I do not believe that this completely negates the catch rate. It's not like a max repel on at all times. It just really, or catch rate, sorry, I meant encounter rate. It just really lowers the encounter rate, excuse me. Now, the Luck Incense, this is probably the best one. The Luck Incense is basically an amulet coin. You have another one that doubles battle prize money, and you can actually just outright buy it. So you can have two Pokemon hold this if you so desire. Not that it quadruples the money, it just gives you two opportunities to double your prize money. And this will actually come in handy in a later area, actually, and I'll be sure to talk about that when we get to it. So if you want to buy a Luck Incense, probably a good idea. I'm actually going to take one, and obviously you can also have multiples of those if you so desire. Lax Incense. Tricky aroma of this incense may make attacks miss the holder. This is just like the Bright Powder, another really nice one to have. If you don't already have the Bright Powder, get this. In a lot of games, Bright Powder is actually the more rare one of the two, so Lax Incense is usually what most people go with. And then we have Full Incense. This is an exotic smelling incense that makes the holder bloated and slow moving. This can be useful for certain moves that require a Pokemon to go last. I believe it basically halves the speed of the holder. So that can be useful in certain situations. Pretty much the only battle item that's like actually interesting out of all of these. The rest of them are just kind of, that little flat bump that you get otherwise. Now, I can't believe, okay, this guy's got the Expert Belt one. Who was the other one I wanted to talk to? I think that actually might be it. All sold out. Charles Gaiba. Okay, well, never mind then. That's right, because you're only available on certain days, and I don't want Moo Moo Milk, so I think we're good. All right, that was actually everything I wanted to do here. Now we're going to head off towards the cold storage, and I actually don't remember exactly which part of the cold storage we're supposed to go to. I think it's actually inside the cold storage, but if I'm wrong, we'll find out in a moment. All right, so let's start making our way back through here again. We'll be able to go through this a lot quicker now that we don't have to worry about running into any trainers this time. And actually, let's do that. There we go. kind of make our way through here. Just a whole bunch of construction workers that we can avoid. I think we need to make our way all the way back to the container yet again. So head all the way over here. And there is the container itself. Oh, wait, no, I went too far, didn't I? Son of a gun. That was just dumb on my part. I don't know why I went up the stairs there. Here we are. There's who I'm looking for. There's who I'm looking for. That is not a sentence. That's who I'm looking for. Excuse me. There he is. Zinzalin. So you returned. You're an odd trainer. All right. I've got time enough to satisfy your curiosity. Breathing. Having a heart that beats. That is simple existence and nothing more for a living being. That may be the definition of living, but I don't think that that defines life. The experiences of joy and suffering are a vital part of being alive. Getsus gave me the sensation of being truly alive. What did you mean to accomplish? That isn't what's important. Right now, I'm shivering. I'm suffering, but I'm alive. Pokemon and people live by being together and relying on one another. That might be how you feel. If that's so, is it necessary to separate people in Pokemon? By talking to you, I've discovered that there's so much I need to think about. I wish I had more to give you in thanks. Here, take this. And there we are. We got our TM01 Hone Claws, which ups both attack and accuracy. My Lord N said that he wanted to make Pokemon perfect, but even if the relationship between Pokemon and people stayed as it now is, Pokemon can aspire to perfection. And look who's here! Indeed, I am an officer of the International Police, and I demand to hear all you know about Team Plasma. It's too cold, and I'm already tired of shivering in here. If you give me some time to think, I'll tell you what I know. So, take me with you. Thanks many times over. Now, Getsus notwithstanding, there yet remains but 2 of the 7 sages still at large. The thoughts they are contemplating, the hopes they are anticipating. These are what I want to know until our next meeting. All right, Looker, you got it. And out we go. That was all I wanted to accomplish here in Driftvale. Like I said, 2 more sages to go after, and one of them is actually not too far from here. In fact, they are in Chargestone Cave. So I'm going to actually meet you all over there in just a moment, and we're going to take a look around and see what we can find inside. All right, and welcome back to Chargestone Cave. Now, this is the bridge where we met the Shadow Triad originally, and past this point is where we would run into a whole bunch of Team Plasma Grunts. Now, we want to find this area and just keep following it, find the first set of stairs. Now we're looking for a second set of stairs that goes down in particular. So let's keep making our way through this place, and I got to remember exactly which one it is. Let me see. Not that way. Here, let's go up this way, and of course we can get some heals there if we so desire. I believe it's actually up here. Is it all the way over here? Yes, this seems about right. Push that up there. There we go. Okay, so we are now on the lowest possible level. And then if we head down this way, and I'm going to have to use another max repel here, as I just kind of burn through these. Push that over to the right. Let's see. I think I have to go down the stairs, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, I do believe I do. All right, down here, head on over, and look who it is! When I saw you in Castelia, I did not care about your existence. Here in the Chargestone Cave, Getsus tested your ability. Once more, we will test you to learn what it is you are. Team Plasma, come out! Oh boy, we got Plasma Grunts to fight. Bronius of the 7 Sages, I will bring this kid down. All right, so we're going to have to fight them individually, I'm guessing. I was thinking we were going to be doing a double battle, but no! So let's do this thing. All right, first up, 2 Pokemon. We got Watchog here. I'll just be using Psychic. We got, or what am I saying? Bathory's in front, not Naz. I don't know why. For some reason, I thought Naz was still in the front. It's been a little bit since we battled. All right, cool. Let's go start with a Dragon Claw here. This should do some good damage. Probably going to be a 2-shot for this one. That's what I figured. Baton Pass? What are you even doing? You haven't even, like, made any stat changes to make that worth a darn, but okay. All right, so now I have you, your Dark and Fighting type. I'll go with Dragon Claw again. Oh, yeah, definitely want to be attacking if it's going to try to get a Focus Punch off. Let's make sure it can't do that. Hopefully it just keeps trying to use that over and over again. That'll be really nice for me. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll see what it's going to throw at me next time. Come on, Crunch. Okay, that's going to hurt, but it shouldn't take Bathory out outright, even though her defenses aren't the best. I probably could have just settled for an Earthquake there. But oh well. Now we got Watchog. That's a lot of experience. Should be enough for a level. Ooh, so close, but not quite. Just to kind of... well, I don't need to save my Dragon Claws. We only got 2 fights here. We'll be all right. I can't believe we're faster than Watchog. I figured Watchog would at least be quick enough, but nope. Somehow. Good job, Bathory. You finally got yourself a level up. We kept leaving you behind. I apologize for that. So there goes 1. This kid is the real thing. Because of you, I'm now X-Team Plasma. Being an X doesn't sound cool, does it? How are you going to make it up to me? I mean, I don't really care about you being an X. Anybody's X. Who? That's not my responsibility. It isn't. Just because I freaking took you all down. All right, here we go. Lipard time. This is going to get interesting. And I couldn't heal between, so obviously that puts me in a little bit of a predicament. I'm going to actually... I'll try it. Let me try a Poison Jab here, see how much this does. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm glad I didn't do Dragon Dance in that scenario then, because that could have been bad for me. So hoping for a little bit of poison there. Night Slash. This is going to hurt. Please don't be a crit. It is not. Okay, good. That is what I like to see. Now I actually have the opportunity to switch Pokemon after getting all this experience. All right, we got Garbodor. Ugh. You know what? I actually am going to switch to Naz for this. Really quickly. Just to get those Psychics off, because Garbodor actually hurts quite a bit, and it's also pretty beefy. I don't think 2 Earthquakes are going to be enough to take this thing out. Or even 1. Because I'm sure Bathory would go down before I was able to get 2 off anyway. Ooh, I am actually shocked. Oh, it's because we got the crit. That makes sense. Sweet, I will take it. All right, and last is Lipard. Okay, on to Shelob. We'll see how much a Signal Beam does here. Hopefully Night Slash doesn't just immediately take her out. That's the only problem with Shelob, is that her defenses are pretty bad. But we can get these Signal Beams off. Oh, we're faster too. I love to see it. I love my little glass cannon spider. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Look at all that. There we are. An X-Team Plasma member becomes an ordinary Pokemon trainer. This was that moment. The Pokemon of our Team Plasma are also fighting for their trainers. It was so obvious that I overlooked it. Thank you for reminding me of that. Here, I'd like you to take this. And we get TM69 Rock Polish, which could actually be really, really good on Crush if we didn't already have Shell Smash. If I was going with a different build with him, that would be a really nice move to have because it just straight buffs his speed. But I'm not going to be giving it to anybody else, so we're never going to be using it. Pokemon do their best for their trainers even when they are injured. I wonder whether my Lord N understands what that means. Oh, here we go. On the topic of Team Plasma, I am an officer of the International Police, so you would be wise to share all you know. Those who left Team Plasma and are behaving with respect and understanding toward Pokemon. Them, please forgive. However, those who won't interact with Pokemon in a kind and honest way, even I will never forgive them. Truly, I thank you. Now, Getsus notwithstanding, there yet remains but one of the 7 stages still at large. Their innermost thoughts, their uttermost hopes. These I must and shall discover. Once more, a brief farewell. Did he take all of them? He took all of them. He didn't just arrest the 7 stages, he arrested the Team Plasma Grunts too. All right, let's get on out of here. Now, as for the last of the 7 sages, we're not going to actually be encountering them for quite some time. They are not actually in the old areas like the other 5 sages were. They are actually in the parts of the map that we haven't yet been on, so we won't be encountering them for a little while, several episodes yet. We have other things to do though in the meantime, so our next stop is actually going to be Celestial Tower. I'm going to heal up my Pokemon here at the Pokemon Center really quick, and I'll actually meet you in Celestial Tower, and we will go from there. All right, everybody, we are here at Celestial Tower, and I'm making my way up. Now, there's not much for us to do here. We're just going to be activating something and getting a little bit of backstory. But when we get to the very top, you'll notice that waiting for us there is Alder. My old partner is resting here in the Celestial Tower. It was the first Pokemon I received when I became a trainer. I come here to ring the bell and comfort its spirit. It was a strong Pokemon. It was courageous, noble, and kind. Together, we madly pursued strength, without even knowing the meaning of strength. But in the same way that all stories have a beginning and an end, all lives have an end as well. It was then that I understood that strength isn't something that remains unchanged forever. However, the joy one feels in being with Pokemon, that is the real thing. In order to spread the word, I left the Pokemon League and kept traveling. That's right, traveling is wonderful. I've met many different Pokemon, many different trainers, and now I've met all of you. Well, Levi, I'll be waiting for you at the Pokemon League. And so, that is necessary if you want to do your rebattle of the Pokemon League. Now that we are at the top of the tower, I think I should be able to fly out of here. I got Air Unova with me, put Crush in the box. I am now going to head off to Iceria City, and only because it allows me to get back to Twist Mountain in the fastest way possible so we can hit our next destination. So I will see you over in Twist Mountain in just a moment. All right, we are here in the central area. This is where you're going to want to go. And remember the chamber that takes us down to where the Icy Rock is? Well, here in the post-game, if you head on in here, there's going to be this guy staring at a wall. If you look for something in an empty place like this, you can discover things, like this fossil I just found. Take this, and we get ourselves a Dome fossil. Now, which fossil you're going to get is completely random. He will give you either the Armor fossil, which is, I believe, Shieldon, Claw fossil for Amarith, Dome fossil for Kabuto, Helix fossil for Ammonite, Old Amber for Aerodactyl, Root fossil for Lileep, and Skull fossil for Cranidos. If you come again tomorrow, you might be able to find a fossil of your own. So come on out and play if you want. So that's 7 fossils. Basically, if you come once per day for an entire week, you should be able to get all of the fossils, and then you can go and resurrect them. Obviously, to do this, you need to go to the museum in Nakreen City, much like we did to go and revive Crush when we got him. But that's pretty much the only thing here in Twist Mountain that I wanted to show for the post-game. Now, for our next stop, we are going to be heading off towards Route 9, over where the mall's at. So, see you there in just a moment. And welcome back to Route 9, everybody. Okay, I went and I grabbed Crush again, even though I had only put him away for a little bit to get Air Unova. We are back with him, and we're going to need him where we're heading next, because this is going to be the last, giant set of trainers that we do battle against before we reach the new areas of Unova. And that is actually down here. So, and that is a rustling grass bit, so I'm probably going to encounter an Audino here that is not nearly high level enough to be relevant, so I'm just going to actually run from it. I'm not even going to bother fighting this thing. I will be getting a lot more experience from the trainers that we're about to fight further on in. So let's head down this way. And remember how this guy was blocking the way? Let's talk to him. Huh, you're quite the trainer, aren't you? Enter the cave and strengthen both yourself and your Pokemon. And welcome to Challenger's Cave. But hold on a moment, we actually have a problem here because we need Flash to get our way through this place. Now, I do not mind teaching Flash to one of my Pokemon just for a little bit. And in fact, I'm going to be giving it to Shelob, because Shelob has Slash, and I don't like having Slash on Shelob, and so I'm just going to get rid of it for the time being, and then we can actually see our way through here. Now, there are a lot of trainers to battle in this place, so let's do that really quickly, and then let's use Flash to actually make our way through here. Yeah, lots of trainers to battle, but also there are some new Pokemon to actually get in this area. So real quick, I'm going to get my bearings, and we'll talk about what those new Pokemon are in a minute. Let's talk. Oh, here we go. We got a battle right off the bat. Well, that works out. Okay, so here in this cave, few new Pokemon. You can get Graveler, Lickitung, Sableye, and Mawile. And on the very lowest floor, you can occasionally run into Riolu. So if you want to get yourself a Lucario, there's that. That's actually a pretty freaking nice thing to have, all things considered, because Riolu is an incredibly rare Pokemon. In fact, I think even on the lowest floor, it's still pretty rare to get because it's only like a 5% encounter rate. But still, if you want to go after one, go ahead, be my guest. Lucario is a freaking awesome Pokemon. I cannot wait to use it in a future playthrough because I've always been a big fan of it. We will someday. But for now, we're not going to be catching anything, obviously. Just making our way through Challenger's Cave. Now, there aren't really any special event Pokemon to get in here. This isn't like the cave with Mewtwo in it in Fire Red, Leaf Green, or Red, Blue, and Yellow. It's not like that, no. It's just a bunch of trainers you're going to be battling that are going to be similar in levels to what you've already dealt with, and it's just another place to get more experience, and again, some more Pokemon. I would be a lot more hyped about Mawile being in here, as well as Sableye, if, can I frickin' get my things straight? Actually, I'm going to use just the antidote. I have plenty of those. Why not? So might as well use that instead of my full heals. I'd be a lot more hyped if Mega Stones exist because I freaking love both Mega Sableye and Mega Mawile, but on their own, not really all that exciting. There are also items to get in here, so do keep an eye out for those. In fact, I probably should have my dowsing machine out just in case. Let's battle this guy. There's a steep cave in the east. I go there and train my Pokemon. If there's a strong trainer in the west, I go there and challenge that trainer. And I know we're almost done with this episode. This episode's already been going for a while, but I wanted to at least make my way in here a little bit and have a look around. We got Ace Trainer Terry. This will be a perfect way to end this episode, I think. Okay, starting off with a Dratini. I am going to take a chance and go with the Dragon Dance here. So do bear with me while I do that. There we go. Come on, Dratini. Don't be throwing out like a Dragon Breath or something strong here. Outrage. That's even stronger. Great. Yeah, it's going to hurt. Oh, my gosh, Dratini. Too strong, man. Too strong. Okay, we got to go with something else here. I need to get rid of this Dratini fast. I'll go with Lumiette. Lumiette hasn't been used in a while, so may as well. Let's just throw out a little Shadow Ball here. Because Calm Mind isn't going to help with the Outrage. So let's try to knock you out. Yeah, that's what I like to see. All right, level 57 for her. Even though it's just a little bit of experience. Okay, now we got Sudowoodo. Okay, yeah, let's definitely do a swap then. Arthur might not be the best for this situation. Well, I don't really have any, I guess Crush for Surf, but we'll just go with Arthur. Sudowoodo isn't that physically defensively strong. It's just, you know, it's like any other rock type where it's got good physical defenses pretty much no matter which way you swing it. There aren't very many rock types out there that don't have good physical defenses. They're very rare. So it makes sense. That was one heck of a Sucker Punch. My goodness, that was a lot of damage. Holy crap. Okay, well, that sucked. I'm going to go with not a full restore. We'll use a Hyper Potion here. I'm going to hope that Sudowoodo tries to use Sucker Punch again. And then I'm going to try to get a Coil off, and that should also avoid another Sucker Punch. Hammer Arm! Oh, no. That's a lot of damage. Okay, well, there's that speed. Well, the Coil... Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. Coil should help me out in this scenario. Let's do that. Get our defenses up a little bit. Sudowoodo is a physical attacker after all. Another Hammer Arm as it lowers more speed. There we go. Okay, I do not trust that it's not going to use Sucker Punch again, so I'm going to go one more Hyper Potion. Just keep letting Sudowoodo lower its speed here. All right, what's your plan? What's your plan? Double Edge! Really strong stuff. At least there's going to be recoil damage there. Gosh dang it. Okay, well, Leaf Blade should take you out. Watch it time the Sucker Punch perfectly. I knew it! How do they freaking know, man? 3 turns in a row, he doesn't use Sucker Punch. And then, of course, the second that I'm about to use something, I'm ready for you. Jerk. All right, down you go. Nice experience gains. Okay, we got... Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like Scyther. Man, I wanted to keep using Arthur with that Coil, but that's not happening. I'm just going to go the safe route. I'm going to use Crush. Because then we got that quad damage with Rock Slide here. Even if Crush is already pretty strong, he should get to level 60 off the back of this. So we'll take it. Scyther will go first, but it's just going to waste a turn on Swords Dance and then immediately die to this Rock Slide because there's no way it's surviving. I freaking love Scyther, don't get me wrong. Big fan of this Pokemon, but it needs to go. Would love to have one for myself, though. I've never used one on a team before, I don't think, like, since I was a kid. Okay, now we got Manectric. This is when I would be using Bathory. You know what? I'm actually going to throw Arthur out. And I'm actually going to use this opportunity to use a revive on Bathory so she can get an Earthquake off on this thing while Manectric takes out my Snake. You know what? Should I just cut out the middleman and go with a max revive? Or what am I doing? Status restore. Yeah, no, I'm on the right screen. What am I doing? There we go. We have 5 of them, so I don't really care at this point. Let's just do it. Saves me from using a little bit of HP. Discharge. Okay, how much is this going to do? It's probably going to at least cause paralysis. Not quite. Okay, good to know. Let's do a Leaf Blade. See how much this does. Come on, Arthur. Not bad. Wild Charge. Okay, well, that's going to take you out for sure. And then Bathory can finish you off because I really want her to get some good experience here. She does have the Lucky Egg after all. And she should be resisting anything this Manectric throws at it because like most electric types, Manectric's really only got electric attacks to use. So, or we could just go first anyway. That works too. Perfect. All right. Let's grab all that experience. Almost level 55. And ladies and gentlemen, before I send this off, let me just really quickly check this wall to see if there's an item here. Nope, it's on the other side, it appears like. All right, we're going to be going after that item and many other things here in Challenger's Cave in the next episode, because that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much, guys, and I will see you all in the next one.